this is actually a fratricidal war. It's a war between brothers. It's a war between the same family of the Shiv Sena. And what is the Supreme War all about? Let's now get you aspects of this. There is a disqualification notice. Now the Shinde Sena or the Eknath Shinde faction has challenged the disqualification notice that has been issued to 16 MLAs. They've also challenged the rejection of the no trust move by the Deputy Speaker, saying that we'd already sought disqualification. 2 independent MLAs had said that they have no trust in the impartiality of the Deputy Speaker. While that notice had already been sent, could the Deputy Speaker Narhari Zarwal have sent a notice to 16 Shiv Sena MLAs? That again is the second question. Not just that, Uddhav Thackeray's nominee as the Sena leader in Ajay Chaudhary in the Shiv Sena legislature party, that too has been challenged, because the rebels say, how can the minority group, 16 MLAs with Uddhav Thackeray, 39 MLAs with Eknath Shinde camp, they say that they had elected Eknath Shinde as the legislature party leader. How can the minority group decide who the leader would be? This is their plea in the Supreme Court. And I want to bring in Paulami Saha, who joins us from Guwahati. Paulami, in a while from now. So we heard Sanjay Raut. He gave his side of the story. He spoke of this Zinda Lash, living corpses, those who are in Guwahati. But how are they responding to this aspect and the aspect that there are other rebels waiting to join them?
Well, as far as Eknath Shinde is concerned and the camp here at Radisson Blu is concerned, they do realize that the critical part of their battle is going to be the legal battle. When that matter, the writ petitions, the 2 of the petitions that have been filed, one by Eknath Shinde and one by Mr. Bharat Gogavle in the Supreme Court, is taken up around or post-lunch this afternoon. The deadline for them is very, very short. Remember, the deadline to respond to the summons issued to them as far as those disqualification notices is concerned ends at 5:30 p.m. today. So they're hoping that a Supreme Court order comes in before that, which basically puts a stay on the disqualification notices which have been moved against them, also puts a stay on the appointment of Ajay Chaudhary as leader of the legislative party, and allows for Eknath Shinde to continue as the leader of the legislative party of the Shiv Sena. As far as the morale is concerned, that has been on a high, especially with more and more numbers coming in to Hotel Radisson Blu. Of course, they suffered 2 initial setbacks when Nitin Deshmukh and Kailash Patil had in fact returned from Surat, from Guwahati in Nitin Deshmukh's case to Mumbai and joined the Uddhav Thackeray faction again. But since then, the numbers here at Radisson Blu have only swelled, and they're hoping that it stays that way, and they're hoping that more MLAs could possibly join in. A couple of names have already done the rounds. One of those is that of Sunil Raut, who's dismissed the rumour at the moment, but it remains to be seen, because the Eknath Shinde camp sounds extremely confident that their numbers are going to grow. And in fact, Deepak Kesarkar has gone on to say that it's possible that their total numbers could be touching 51 as well by the end of this entire drama.
In fact, 51, just a short while back, Deepak Kesarkar apparently said 53, could even be 55. Stay with me for a moment. But for a moment, let's look at how these numbers are stacking up. Let me now get you numbers in the Maharashtra State Legislative Assembly, or at least these are claims. Numbers are always proven on the floor of the House. But Uddhav Sena, those who support Uddhav Thackeray, that number remains 16 as of now. So Uddhav Sena's numbers are 16. The BJP remains the single largest party with 106. The NCP, they say their house intact with 55. The Congress, they insist their house intact with 44. It's the rebel MLAs that becomes extremely interesting. This is the Shinde Sena. Shinde Sena have 39. They also claim the support of another 9. The majority mark 143, and in the total strength of 285. And very clearly, the Shinde Sena say we should be recognized as a separate group in the Maharashtra State Assembly. Deepak Kesarkar, MLA of the Shiv Sena rebel faction, he says that apart from 39 plus 9, they say that they want to be recognized as a separate group within the assembly and want the name of Shiv Sena Balasaheb. Now this war of words in the Shiv Sena, the implosion that's taking place in the Shiv Sena, it's led to a legal face-off. The rebels say they have the support of 2/3 of Shiv Sena MLAs. They have another 9. They are a very effective group in themselves and they have effective control of the Shiv Sena party. They are the real Shiv Sena. And they are the ones who are taking the legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray, the Hindutva of Balasaheb Thackeray forward. The Shiv Sena has hit back, saying if you think that you are taking that legacy forward, think again. Take your own father's name. We bring you a ground report.
After claims versus counterclaims, vandalism, threat, and open rivalry, the Shiv Sena implosion is getting uglier. Sena bleeding MLAs by each passing moment now eyes a full-fledged, multi-pronged counter-strike. Disqualification of rebels and a legal war to reclaim them. Shiv Sena, clearly lacking numbers, is lawyering up, challenging the 2/3 majority claim of Shinde camp, saying it is valid only if the group merges with another party and aiming to disqualify them.
बहुत सारी मीडिया में ये चर्चा आ रही है कि हम लोगों के पास 2/3 है एंड देयरफॉर डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं लगता है. ये यू कैन आस्क एनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉयर दैट दिस इज टोटली रॉन्ग. द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ 2/3 applies only if there is a merger.
We have initiated legal action against them, and accordingly the notices of disqualification have been served to some of the members. Around 16 members we have already served the notice.
Ally NCP and seasoned troubleshooter Sharad Pawar is standing in solidarity.
Mr. Uddhav Thackeray to take appropriate decision. They have unanimously taken decision. We fully support Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. So if this is happening, that means anybody might be trying to capture authority, but they will not succeed.
The Shinde camp has already drawn up its political strategy. After a hush-hush late-night meeting with BJP's Devendra Fadnavis, the Shinde Sena is bracing for a long haul in both assembly and in court with its own battery of lawyers. The Shinde faction questions any punitive move by Uddhav, pointing out that the CM is leading a minority government. The rebels, calling themselves the real Shiv Sena, are also for disqualification of Uddhav loyalist MLAs. An inkling of the rebels' future course came when Maharashtra Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari referred to them as Shiv Sena MLAs, while seeking security for them from State DGP. With Sahil Joshi in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.